Can you guys hear me? I'm on mute. Can you guys hear me now? You can't. No one. You can hear me? Cause I couldn't. I didn't think I was on mute. It was low. I wasn't on mute. It was just low. Um, we got 5 people in the chat tonight. Goodness gracious. I guess I'm not gonna be on too long tonight. Only 5 people in the chat. I don't think I'm gonna be on too long tonight. You know what I'm saying? Only 5 people in the dog. This is wow. Has to be a. This is humbling. Um. Now, I put out earlier today that who was I forgot my brother name came up with an idea about the came up with an idea about the truck giveaway. And I said, okay, that was a good idea. So I said I might do that. I said I want to do something like that. But then when I looked at the response video, and I sat there and looked at that, and I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't do it because nobody say no comments in the comment section, which I asked for. 119 views, only 18 likes, and 2 dislikes. I'm like, man, I can't do things if I'm not getting supported. That's just I can't. Especially something like a truck giveaway that I want to do. I can't do a truck giveaway if I'm not even being supported. I can't do a truck giveaway. That would be crazy. I can't do that. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it now. Even though I still came home and I looked at a truck and I found one that I like, I just don't know if I can do it because it's kind of hard to do something when you're not being supported. So, I mean, it's just the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. We have 5 in the chat tonight. I'm trying. I know someone else comes on tonight, so I don't. I think T2Y comes on at 7:30 or something like that. If I'm not sure, I want to break down the Blake Baker discussion first. I want to do the coaching carousel on Blake Baker. What's going on, Ben Pratt? Let me see everybody in the chat. I know YouTube was acting up yesterday, so I don't know if it's YouTube or if it's me. So I'm gonna go with it. Lathan Cooper was good. Florida Gator Nation was good. Florida Gator Nation, you probably would not want to win this giveaway because it would be a Miami truck, not a Florida Gator truck. So you wouldn't. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even take donations from anybody outside of Miami for this right here. Young Jedi, what's going on, family? Miami, Florida, what's good with you? Dave Warrior, what's going on? What's going on? What's good? What's good? What's good? Day 305, Miami, Florida. Hey, I followed you on Twitter. Bro. I'm glad everybody can hear me now. All right, so let me go back to what I was saying. All right, someone, I'm gonna go to the exact comment. I'm gonna go to the exact community on what was said when I put a picture of the truck that I painted. All right, there was some comments made, and Johnny Prince said, you should do a truck giveaway, is what Johnny Prince told me. And I laughed like, ha, 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 whatever. Then after I laughed, I said, that might not be a bad idea. So I called around to a few spots today, and I want to give away I want to do. It's not really a giveaway. It's a raffle. $25 ticket. A $25 ticket. And I found a couple of Chevrolet the Chevy Extremes, the two-door Chevy Extreme V6. You know what I'm saying, and everything like that. So that's what I found. So I found a couple that's within my price range that I can buy, and I have a guy who builds race cars. He said he would cut me a little discount on building it up, putting the putting the motor together, and a few things like that. And I said that's a good idea. So I decided to say, okay, maybe I can do a truck. Maybe I can do a truck giveaway. Maybe I could do a giveaway, but not just a giveaway, a raffle, because I can't afford to, put 3, 4, $5,000 into a truck and just give it away. I'm not rich. I have a couple of dollars, but I'm not rich. So I said the only thing I want from people is for people to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That's it. And nothing in it. Already be subscribed, and you have to buy the raffle ticket, which is $25. I didn't get any traction from that video. So I guess no one wants a truck giveaway. So if I don't get any traction from it, I'm just gonna forget about it, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna beg people or anything like that for me to try to do something that I feel like is pretty cool. I'm not gonna do that. So Johnny Pierce, I appreciate the idea, but we're not getting any traction from it. So I'll give it a week or so and see if anybody's interested. If not, if I don't hear anything about a week or so, in about a week, I'll just say that idea. I'll cut that idea, and I won't bring it back up again. All right, now let's get on to talking about Blake Baker. Let's get on talking about Blake Baker and how we feel. What's going on, Hurricane Kilo? What's good with you? Uh, let's get on to Blake Baker and how we feel. How some people, because like I said, I want to do a coaching. I want to do a coaching. I want to do a every coach from Manny Diaz, every coach, every single coach on the team. We are going to evaluate and see what the problem is. So let me see something. Miami Hurricane defensive stats 2019-2020. So what we're going to do, we're just going to put the whole defensive stats. Okay. In 2019, last year, our defense let me see, total defense. It's showing. I don't know why it's showing. Total defense, we were 13th in total defense. We were 13th in total defense last year. Okay. We were 13th in his first year at coaching at University of Miami. We were 13th in total defense. Okay. This year we're 51st. All right. He does not have the same exact attacking style as Manny Diaz. But at the exact same time, that's what we needed. We did not need that attacking style because it was killing us across the middle. It was killing us on deep plays, and we gave up more big plays against against our opponents than we should have gave up. You know what I'm saying? And it was a bad year offensively is why we lost last year, not defensively. We were on the field a lot. Um, and we didn't give up as many big plays as we did in 2018. Okay, so that's one of the things that I'm going with when I talk about Blake Baker is that I feel like not blitzing as much, situational blitzing is way better than blitzing all the time. When you look at what happened with Clemson last week against Notre Dame, when they blitzed and Notre Dame picked that blitz up, they picked them apart. That last drive that scored the touchdown, when they had to go 80 something yards, that huge play that they gave up across the middle was because of a blitz. And they left the middle of the field wide open. They picked up like 45, 50 yards from one play. So I'm not a big fan of being too aggressive. So that's a plus in Blake Baker's corner. Now, a minus in Blake Baker's corner is first half preparation. I think it takes him sometimes a little too long to get into the game. Hey, Florida Gator Nation, do me a favor. Florida Gator Nation, do me a favor. Shut up. Shut up. That's simple. Shut up. Okay? All right. And enjoy the rest of and enjoy the rest of the show. Because obviously nobody care about the Gators because nobody do a Gator channel. So yeah, whatever. Um Now this year our defense is 50. I think last time I checked it was 51st. Let me see. 2020 Miami Hurricane defensive rankings. So last time I checked, it was why is it showing? It's not showing the. I don't want. I want total. I want total defensive rankings, and that's why I got somebody coming over here to be able to set all this stuff up for me. Um, I can agree with that. I don't think he make adjustments quickly enough, but I do think he makes the perfect adjustments in the second half. We don't get scored on in the second half. We don't get scored on in the second half. I remember we had defensive coordinators that didn't make adjustments in the first half. I mean, but that did come out in the first half, but couldn't make any second half adjustments. For some reason, he sees the game better in the second half than he does in the first half. So, and he's also still young. He's still very young. Um, NCAA 2020 defensive rankings. So what I'm about to do is, let me see. I don't know what that is. I don't know if this is right because this got a whole bunch of like every school in the top. Virginia, that's 2019. I'm going 2020, 2021. Why is it sending me to stuff that's 2019? It's not even giving me. I'm not being able to find what I'm looking for. And I was able to find it easy last year. I mean, last week. Oh my goodness gracious. What are we doing? This is starting to piss me off. I should have did all this earlier instead of trying to clean up. Oh my god, I can't even find it right now. Last week when I looked at it, it was Miami was 51. But for some reason I can't find it today. I can't find it today and I'm getting aggravated because now I'm getting off. I'm not where I want to be at. What in the hell? Oh my goodness gracious. This might be it. All right, now this is it. This is it. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna read all of the defensive rankings from 2020, 2021. And I don't know why they have these schools up here if they're not even playing games. I don't think Utah, Arizona, California, those teams take up 7 on this ranking. That's fucking stupid. So that makes no sense. They haven't even played games, but they're ranked in the top 7. How dumb is that? Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm gonna go right now. 1 is Wisconsin, 2 is San Diego State, 3. It's hard to do it because of the way they got it. They have teams that haven't even played in the top 25, and that's annoying. How do you have teams that haven't even played in the top 25? Like I don't get it. 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 Why would you ask me that question? Kane's freak. Why would you ask me that question? Like serious. Oh my god. Is that's what if you coming over here just for drama today, man? I'm not trying to do drama. I'm seriously not trying to do drama, bro. Seriously. All right, we're currently ranked 53rd in the nation. Okay. Because I couldn't find it. Send me that because I want to see who's all ranked ahead of us. Last week we was 51st. Um And I don't understand why it's so hard to find. I'm not understanding why it's so hard to find. Well, you have to call him and ask him where he at. Me and 863 we don't talk back and forth with each other on the phone on a daily basis. So he hasn't been in the last few chats. I guess he don't want to come in the chat. Maybe he don't maybe he don't maybe, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just not for him right now. What I don't like is what I'm looking at when they have 7 teams. Oh my god, this is like this is like I have no idea why I can't. All right, so I'm going to read you the top 50. We just going to go from the top 50. Wisconsin, San Diego, Marshall, West Virginia, Army, BYU, Central Michigan, Pittsburgh, Notre Dame, Cincinnati, Clemson, Nevada, Coastal Carolina, Oklahoma State, Northwestern, Iowa, Florida Atlantic, UTEP, Buffalo, UAB, App State, Georgia Southern, Air Force, Kent, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Georgia is at 28, Toledo, Kentucky, Ohio State, Mississippi State, Rice, Iowa, Western Kentucky, Indiana, TCU, San Jose State, Baylor, Boston College, Tulsa, Michigan State, Western Michigan, Penn State, Louisiana, LSU, North Carolina, Alabama's 48, Auburn's 49. And how's Southern Cal at 50 and they hadn't played a game yet? South Carolina. How's Southern Cal at 50 and they're not even playing? So and they said we're at 53. So this now I'm sorry it took me so long to get into that, and that won't happen again. That's why I have another computer coming in, have another monitor coming in so I can do split screens and everything. I'm gonna have somebody show me how to do that over the weekend. Probably all day tomorrow. As soon as I get off work, I'll be working on that. So everybody's defense, Toledo's total defense is better than Toledo's total defense is better than Alabama's. Alabama's 48 with 53. So everybody, so all of their defenses, LSU is 49. And all the teams that are ahead, all of the teams, I say 85% of the teams that are ahead of us are all whack conference teams or conferences. And Canes Free, appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, Canes Free. Thank you, man. Canes Free 2017. Come on, guys. Chip in the Zoe's channel, please. I don't even ask anymore because they say I'm begging. So I don't even ask anymore. I just do me. Like I said, we come with an idea about doing a truck giveaway, and people didn't even want to hear about that. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna continue to do me. I'm gonna continue to grow the channel. I ordered two computers today, and I'm getting me a definitely getting me a regular not a laptop, but a regular desktop monitor, whatever, a gaming one, so I can do more stuff. But if people don't want to chip in, man, I'm not gonna ask them to. Last week our offense was 49th, so they probably moved up from 49th. I'm saying to probably, let's say, I'm not going to look at. You can look up the offensive rank. You look up the offensive rank, and you can tell me what you see. Because last week we were 49th, and our defense was 51st, and our defense fell a little bit, and our offense didn't move up a little bit. So what I mean by that is, right. But if you look at all the teams that are ahead of us, you look at all the teams that are ahead of us. This is not a. This is not a. Listen, Florida Gator. No disrespect. I don't care. We're not talking about Florida tonight, bro. We're not. We're not. So any comments on Florida, I will not. I will not respond to another comment about the Gators. I won't. All right. That's it. I won't. So if you look at all of the if you look at all of the if you look at all of the teams that are ahead of us, 85% of them play in a Sun Belt conference or things like that. You know what I'm saying? But like if you look at the Power Five, I don't even know if you can do Power Five defensive rankings. I'm gonna see if I can do that and see where we're ranked at. NCAA Power 5 2020 2021 defensive rankings. It won't even let me do that. It won't even let me do that. So I can't even find. I'm not gonna look all that up. If you want to look that up, fresh 352. If you want to look that up, look that up. I'm not gonna look. I'm not going to just keep looking up things. I'm not gonna do that. You have a smartphone, so that's something you can look. I'm looking it up the same way you're looking those things up. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not going to look those things up. I'm not just going to look up those things. Um, I'm gonna try to do things just a little bit different. I'm not just going to look up, things like that. Canes freak again. Canes freaks. I will beg you, dog. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. I'm not asking for donations. That is one thing I'm not doing. That is one thing. That's one thing I'm not doing. Now I do ask people to help me. I want to get to 15,000 subscribers. I have asked for that, but I'm not asking for donations. Now let's get back to Blake. Let's get back to Blake Baker. All right. So as of right now, this year's defense is kind of hard to say how good or bad we are when damn near every Power Five conference school is down in the 50s. Almost every Power Five school is down in the 50s. Um, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to gauge on how good or bad we are. Plus, we are just like a lot of teams. We're missing a lot of bodies. But the one thing that I can say, and the reason why I'm not giving up on Blake Baker, at least right now, the reason why I'm not giving up on Coach Blake Baker is because he's young. He has our defensive line playing the best over the past 2 years, playing the best defensive line football that we've seen in 10, 15 years, like defensive linemen that just get up field and go get at the quarterback. We didn't even have that under Manny Diaz. We blitzed to get sacks. We have not had to blitz to get sacks this year or last year. It's a beautiful thing, and we lost a lot of defensive linemen. We also lost our best two cornerbacks. We're playing freshman quarterback and sophomore cornerbacks, and we're playing a lot of young guys. And that's when it comes on. What we're going to get into later in this dialogue when it comes to next week. That's when we're going to get into the position coaches. That's when we're going to get into the position coaches, and we're going to talk about what their job is. I believe the game plan. I believe the game plan isn't a bad game plan. If you look at plays, right, and this is why I say the game plan with Coach Blake Baker, it isn't a bad game plan that he's been calling, because everybody's saying the exact same thing. So this is what's going to make me win this argument, except for maybe one time, and still have been proven, but one time this year, there was a blown coverage. A blown coverage. So what we're talking about is missed tackles, cornerbacks not turning their head around, always in position, but not turning their head around to get to the football. We're not talking about not being able to get pressure on quarterbacks, because we get pressure on quarterbacks. So we're talking about missed tackling, missing tackles, arm tackling. We are prepared in the first half. We are prepared in the first half. We're prepared in the first half, juice the truth. The problem is how we not. All right, do me a favor, and this is why I'm putting the stream. This is why I want. This is why I want stream key. So this is why I want people to come in so bad. Like, I'm putting a stream key in the chat. Make sure that's the right stream key. Let me go to copy. Make sure that's the right stream key. That's the wrong stream key. Sorry about that. That's the wrong stream key. So don't click on that stream key. That's the right stream key right there. You said we're never prepared in the first half. I'm trying to figure out how we never prepared in the first half when everybody says the exact same things. We miss tackles. So they're in position. Right? I know I'm not agreeing to disagree with you. I want you to explain to me how we're not prepared in the first half. How are we not prepared in the first half? That's my whole thing. Like, you're saying something, but you're not putting any stuff. I'm gonna challenge you. Alex Trebek just passed away. Jeopardy, greatest game show host of all time, just passed away. Okay, so I'm gonna put my Alex Trebek on you. Don't just say something without any facts or substance behind it. How are we not prepared? Explain to me what we're not prepared doing. That way that way we can see where the fault really lies at. So what are we not prepared on? What's up, Henry Lee? What are we not prepared on? How are we not prepared? Appreciate that, Harold. How are we not prepared? Like, what is the game plan not prepared, or how are we not prepared? See, I think we're so used to. I think as a fan base, we're so used to discipline. Okay, discipline. I can give you discipline. Discipline isn't play calling. Discipline is discipline. It's not play calling. And I thank you, Dex Andrews, but that's both sides of the football. That's not just defense. That's both sides of the ball. But since we're talking about defense today, we do not play disciplined football at all, first or second half. So I give you that, Mr. Dex Andrews. Thank you. Great, 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 great answer. Dang, boy, Canes Freak is really showing out tonight, man. Dang, man, come on, guys. Zoe needs a split screen computer. Let's see $5. Hey, I am not doing this. I'm reading the donation, $10 donation, $10 donation from Canes Free. I got one coming in tomorrow. I just have to get this set up. So I have one coming in tomorrow. I just have to get it set up the correct way. I'm a split screen now, but it's an old computer that doesn't that. So I have a brand new Samsung coming in. So, but I thank you so much, Canes Freak. Canes Freak has donated a total of $40 tonight so far. Thank you so much, Canes Freak. Hello, Fanny. How you doing? I feel like we are prepared, but sometimes we tend to run flat towards the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half sometimes. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. See, that's not a you say defense looks soft and out of position. They never look soft and they're rarely out of position. I don't think they look soft, but they're rarely out of position. They're usually in position. They just miss tackles. Are they lost on that's what I'm saying. See, it's like you're not giving me any examples because you say I'm saying from you if you want to come in and talk to me and explain this to me, it would be so much easier because you're speaking through code. It's like you're talking through NASA or something like that. It's like you're speaking through code. It's like you're speaking through code. And a lot of the reasons why in the second half and they get wore down in the first half is because that offense is so fast paced. That offense is so fast paced. And Mr. Facts. Hey, Mr. Facts. Thank you. I do have a beautiful. Thank you. I do have a beautiful smile, Mr. Facts. Here we go. We got somebody. What's going on? Who we got?
Yeah, Mike.
What's good, Mike? What's going on, man?
Nothing, man. I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been up late.
Oh man, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning, man.
No, I'm tired of Baker, man. I'm tired of him.
But what do you? What was my whole thing is why are you tired of it? Explain. See, this is what I'm saying.
Okay, that's why I called in.
Yeah,
I called
explain.
in.
Explain it to me.
The defense is not using the athletes right.
Okay.
Why do you have this senior that can't move in the middle?
Can I answer that for you?
Yes.
Because Manny Diaz promised him that position if he came back. Manny Diaz promised him that position if he came back. Baker's boss promised him that position if he came back.
Okay. It's like
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry to bring up the golden era, but remember when Golden hired his homeboy?
yeah, but no. But see, that's totally different. From my understanding and from people that I've talked to at Miami, he wanted Sam Brooks to start, but Blake Baker was overridden by Manny Diaz, and Manny promised that position to McLeod.
Sam Brooks is not a middle linebacker.
He
I've
can't.
been
But
watching Sam Brooks since he was in ninth grade. He's an
okay,
outside rusher.
I understand that, but that's who he wanted more speed on the field. Probably that's probably what that was for because middle linebackers are a lot different today than they were. You know what I'm saying?
I
10,
understand that.
10, 20. Okay, but I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you
I
finish.
seen Sam Brooks get pancake on Friday. That was horrible.
Okay, I mean, but that was in high school. We're talking about college now.
No, I'm talking about Friday. Like this
Oh, this right.
Friday just
I,
passed. He
I've
got
seen
pancake.
I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of big time linebackers get pancaked.
But Sam is too small to play in that inside, man.
I'm not going to disagree with you. Now, but like I say, when it comes to when it comes to why while while McLeod is starting, that has absolutely nothing to do with Blake Baker. It has something to do with the head coach. It's like when what's the name was at. You see the difference between how he's coaching at Georgia and how he was coaching at Alabama because Nick Saban had his hand on everything on defense.
I just want him to put his playmakers in a better position because it seems like something's kind of off.
All right, now can I say this here?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times they be getting beaten. Well, you know what everybody been complaining about? Missed tackles, right?
Yeah.
Right? Or the defensive backs not turning their heads, right?
Yeah.
But they've always been in position to make a play. That's something nobody's complained about.
Can I
Is
ask
them
a
being in
question?
position. No, yeah, but that's something nobody's complaining about is them being in position to make a play.
Is it the lack of practice, the lack of not having a spring practice?
I don't think it's that. I think we put all of the emphasis. It's a reason why they have linebacker coaches, defensive line coaches. Because you think about it. Just think about it now. Blake Baker gets all the blame for the linebackers being out of position and all of the blame for the cornerbacks not turning around when he's actually not coaching those positions, right?
Yeah.
Those aren't the positions he's coaching. He has a linebackers coach and a defensive back coach, right? But he doesn't get any praise for how great the defensive line is doing. You see what I'm
True.
saying? You see what I'm
True.
saying? Because that praise is going to the defensive line coach. He's not getting any praise for the strength and conditioning of these players the way they look now, right? Because that goes to the strength and conditioning coach. But he gets all the blame for the linebackers missing tackles, not being out of position, because the defensive coordinator job is to call a game plan where your guys are in position to make the play. And 9 times out of 10, we have to admit they're in position to make the play. They're just not making the plays. So he's putting them there. We're getting more pressure with the front four without blitzing, right?
Yeah.
So when do we put the responsibility on the guys who are coaching those positions instead of blaming Blake Baker?
I ain't think about it like that.
And that's my point. Like, because everybody says the same thing. We miss too many tackles. We miss too many tackles, or we do this and we do that. And I agree with that totally. But they're there to make the tackle. How many times have we had guys in the back tackled in the backfield for losses and things like that? How many times have we had guys tackled in the backfield for losses and we haven't been able to make those tackles?
Plenty times.
So is that on Blake Baker or is that on the position coach that's coaching those guys to tackle?
A little bit of both, but majority of the position coaches.
Yeah, I can't say
Because
I'm a supervisor, right?
mm-hmm.
And I'm a welder, right? So if I'm given or if just being a regular welder, right, and I get paid to do this job, right, and I'm not doing my job right, then the president of the company gonna fire my ass. You see what I'm saying? So when you are a position coach, that is a very important job. Your job is to get those guys, to make those guys tackle, teach those guys technique, and do all of those things. Not to not and all of the blame don't go to the position coaches because who face do they show? Who does the interviews?
Blake Baker.
So when these wide receivers don't catch balls, guess who they blame? For some reason, they don't blame Rhett Lashley, but you know they blame the wide receiver coach because they don't like him and they know him. Right?
Yeah, and he's doing an awesome job with the receivers.
They've come along, but remember in the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
So does Rhett Lashley get that credit for the receivers catching balls now? Or does the wide receiver coach get it?
The wide receiver coach.
So why does Blake Baker get all the blame for them being in position but not making the plays?
When you break it down like that, I can slow off on Blake.
That's all I'm saying is when I say I look at the games, I truly look at the games and I see guys in position to make play, and everybody sees it. It's not like I'm the only one. They missing tackles. It's Blake's fault. They're not turning around for the ball. It's Blake's fault. How is that Blake's fault? They're in position. His job is to call the game plan to get these guys in position to make plays. Hey, Mike Davis, I appreciate it. I'm gonna cut this one short. I got Juice of Truth in. I got Opalaxin in the background, and
All right, man.
I'm gonna try to do one at a time tonight. That way, I don't have too many people in. I'm just gonna
All
try.
right.
I'm gonna try my best. But hey, Mike, man, please continue to call in, man. I appreciate the support and weigh in on that video that I put up about the truck. Let me know what you think. Should I do this giveaway?
All right, man. You be blessed.
Much love, man. I love you, my brother. You be blessed too, bro. Juice the truth. What's going on?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's good, bro? Hey, sit back for a second because I'm gonna do one at a time. I'm not gonna have 2, 3, 4 in tonight. Because we're gonna really get into this breakdown. What's going on, Juice the Truth? What's good with you, bro?
Not much. Like, okay, so basically, I understand like how you just explained it. Like, I get it from that, standpoint right there. What I
But
was basically saying is like, in most of the games that I saw this year, it's like in the first half, like, like you see some players like they just out of place, especially like, with the cornerbacks and the linebackers as well.
are they out of place or are they in place and just getting beat? Because
I don't know.
I don't see a lot of players out of position.
I
I
done seen
truly don't.
I done seen what my guy named DJ Ivy out of place a couple of times. I may be wrong, but
I mean, I think you've seen DJ Ivy out of place one time, and that's when T2Y came over here and showed that video. But I also said it before he showed it because I didn't even see the play. Because they got an illegal formation. I said for a fact. I said if they're on the same side of the field, I bet you any amount of money that safety cheated up to that running back that got called for illegal formation. And is that not what happened?
yeah, you might be right.
Okay, now on a play like that. DJ Ivy is expecting help over the top because he also has run gap in that position. He has run gap on the quarterback or on a sweep. So
Mhm.
he's not going to release him, but he's going to have to release him because the safety's supposed to be over the top. I
And
said,
that's what I'm.
I said this before. I said this before, but when that safety seen that running back come up and line illegally, because that running back lined illegally, that safety cheated up
Right.
to cover that running back. And
I,
I'm not saying that Blake Baker called it a perfect game.
no,
Believe me,
no,
I'm
no,
not saying that.
no. I
I'm
mean, ain't nobody gonna. There's nobody. I don't care like if it's Brett Venables or anybody. They not gonna call a perfect game. And you seen that last week against Notre Dame.
I'm not making excuses for Blake Baker. What I'm doing is spitting facts, and what you're doing is you're just Kendall or Cortland Webb. What you're doing is you're just following a trend. I just Juice, did I not just break this down? Did I
Yeah,
and did I not just you were actually totally against it, and you said I didn't even look at it in that way.
yeah. Like you broke it down, like like I understand it. I mean, like the way you broke it down, I was like, okay, now I see what he's talking about. Like he's not a bad defensive coordinator. Like you said, he's young, so he's in the learning process. And
Yeah.
Manny's teaching him.
And like I said, and like I said, he's calling good game plan. Like, how many times have we had players tackled in the backfield and they get 10 yards?
Oh yeah, like
You can't
the
even
first.
count. You can't even count, right?
I
Oh,
think like actually we like from 2017 up until now, like we lead the nation in tackles for loss.
but think about how many times this year have they gotten out of the backfield still and broke tackles and made big plays out of the opponents? Or how many times have you seen our receivers just not turn around for the ball?
Yeah,
But be right there in their pocket.
yeah, that's true.
So is that bad play calling? Or is that bad technique?
It may be bad technique.
Okay, who's supposed to teach the technique? The defensive back coach,
The
right?
defensive back coach.
So how is that Blake Baker's fault?
Yeah, that's true.
And
Everybody plays a part on the team.
exactly. And when you are a position coach, because I coach defensive line, the defensive coordinator never came and talked to me until I fucked up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because they give you a game plan and your defensive line is supposed to follow this, your linebacker is supposed to follow this and this and that. And from what I've seen from what I've seen from Blake Baker's defense is that, and not just from what I've seen. from what I've heard from everybody is I rarely ever hear people out of position. I hear missed tackles and nobody turns around for the ball.
Right.
So they're obviously in position. The one thing that we talk about is McLeod, right? But
Mm.
we already know, Juice, you already know, my brother. That's a Manny call. Come on, we know this is a Manny call.
That's just a seniority thing right there.
That's a seniority thing. That's a Manny call. And that's what happens. And DJ, thank you, DJ. I hate it when people get on DJ Ivy. DJ Ivy is the best cornerback we got until Corey Couch dethrones him. And Corey Couch come in certain situations. DJ Ivy's always there against the best receiver. And every cornerback, Dion got scored on. It's like a DJ. You know what happens with Hurricane fans? Let Corey Couch come in. Because remember, in the beginning, it was all about Al Blades. Remember?
Nah, to Corey Cal, he's still growing. Like, you
I'm
can't
just
just
saying,
throw him in there.
no, hear what I'm saying? Let him come in and get burnt a few times and watch how quick Hurricanes fans turn on him.
Yeah. And
Hey,
that's one thing about it. Like, our
um,
fan base is so delusional.
hey, let me answer this question. We're gonna discuss what position coach I feel needs to go next week. We're gonna discuss. Oh, I'm going through every position coach, and the reason why I'm doing this, Cortland, the reason why I'm doing it, and I'm doing it on the offense side of the ball too, is because so many people automatically blame the face in front of the camera instead of blaming the people who are actually getting paid to coach those positions. This is why we hire position coaches. A defensive coordinator job is to put a game plan in place to make your defense successful. An offensive coordinator job is to put a game plan in place to make them successful. Wide receiver coaches to teach them how to catch, how to run routes, and do this. Offensive line coach teach them how to block, yada yada. This, that, schemes, and this and that. Tight
Right.
end coach, same thing on defense. Defensive back coach, cornerback coach, linebacker coach, defensive line coach. No one is complaining about the defensive line, but Blake Baker gets no credit for that.
The only thing, like, okay, well, they've like sort of kind of changed it up. Only thing I wasn't agreeing with on the defensive line is John Ford, like how he's been playing. Like he's been like quiet. Like I don't know.
Everybody can't shine though.
Yeah, that's true. That's
We
true.
don't we don't know if they're double teaming. I haven't really looked at a lot, but we don't know if they're really double teaming John Ford a lot or if he's injured or I think John Ford, you know what? And the good thing about that is when he's in the game, right? When
Hmm.
he's in the game, right? We're getting positive plays on defense. We're getting pushed. You don't have to make the play to give an assist.
That's true. That's true.
You blow the pocket up. You don't have to make a play to give an assist. And that y'all like my chair that was sent to me. You like my chair that was sent to me, man. I'm enjoying this. I have a brand new Samsung monitor coming tomorrow as well. Um, I'm gonna keep the reason why I'm doing. I think people get more engaged. I think people start watching the game a little bit better. I don't think anybody on YouTube has really, especially when it comes to football, has really just did coaching breakdowns, and we all, including myself. I've defended Blake without explaining why, and people have jumped on Blake without explaining why.
Right.
But as a consensus, Juice, you know this. We've all said you're going to get players out of position. The greatest football team gets burnt cover or blown coverages. It happens. Look what happened. Look what happened just this week to Clemson
Right.
against Notre Dame with that when they set that blitz and that man was wide open in the middle of the field at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Tie the game up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a blown coverage and a bad play call by the best defensive coordinator in college football, Brett Venables. He blitzed at the wrong time.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So,
Like I said, I mean, I think it's a growing process for us. Like without the spring ball, I think that's playing a major part, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
yeah,
They growing into something. Hopefully, something great. I believe
we're
something
gonna, we,
great.
we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk offense tomorrow.
Right.
We're gonna talk offense tomorrow. I'm gonna come in early at 5 o'clock again tomorrow. We're gonna talk offense tomorrow. But Juice, I need y'all to do me a favor, man. I'm trying to get this 15,000, man, and I'm
Uh-huh.
I'm like 600 away.
Uh-huh.
I need y'all to help me out, bro. I need
Man,
y'all. I need y'all.
I've been telling all my family about the channel. Like I always come on.
Oh yeah, you always hear me. This first time I'm really getting you in the chat though. I'm
Yeah,
glad to
yeah.
finally get you in the chat, man. Like I said, I truly value. People think I don't value their opinions. That's why I do. That's why I wanted to do these right here.
No, I love the discussion. I love just talking hurricane football. With the family anyway.
Yeah,
That's all I do. I love football,
I just
regardless.
don't. I just don't think enough. I don't think football channels really. I think we focus so much on, including myself, until today. I said, you know what? We're gonna break down offense, defense, special teams. We're gonna break down these coaches because, like I said, I coach football. I
Right.
coached football, like seriously. I'm not like some of these YouTubers who say they coached football and actually didn't coach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A played at places they actually didn't play at. You know what I'm saying? Um, I coached football. You know what I'm saying? And I know as a defensive line coach what my responsibility was
Uh-huh.
as a defensive line coach. And I had to have my defensive line ready to play, ready to get in the backfield, ready to get pressure. And we ran a 3-5-3.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I still and we ran a 3-5 an attacking 3-5-3.
Mm.
So my defensive lineman had to get pressure, or my ass was under pressure.
Yeah, you're gonna be chewed up.
So just think about how hard it was for me to get pressure with three defensive linemen.
Yeah, I mean, like it's pressure though. Like even with Blake, he got a lot of pressure on him because of our fan base. Our
Yeah.
fan base, like just
But what if they look at it? What if they look at the way we're looking at it tonight now and look at the positions? Because like I say, I've been in every chat. I've been in every chat. I've listened to a lot of YouTube, and include myself. Like I
right,
said, we never discuss the position coaches. We only discuss the defensive coordinator. And in every chat, I hear the same thing: missed tackles. I rarely ever hear blown assignments. I rarely ever hear that.
right.
I hear missed tackles, um, and can't cover, can't turn around for the ball. So what you're telling me by saying that is they're in position, they're just not making the plays. His job is to call the his job as a defensive coordinator is to make sure that you're in the position. Your job as a position coach is to make sure that they make the play. And
Right.
a lot of people say, I mean, hey Dale, I mean, you can say he's not ready yet, but you can't give me a reason why.
Nah, he in the learning
Yeah.
process.
But he could say he's not ready yet, but he's not giving me a reason. We can't give me a reason why. And that's my whole point, K. Your
he in
job
the
as a
learning
line,
process.
yeah. Your job as a linebacker coach is to teach those guys how to tackle. That's not his job. How are you not ready yet, but your guys are always in position to make a play, but they just don't make the play?
Right.
If they were out of position, like with D'Onofrio, when they were running wide open down the field, if they were out of position all the time and sitting back and zone coverages all the time, and then I could say yes. But I've heard all this year and all last year, but especially this year, about the missed tackling and cornerbacks not being able to turn around for the ball. And that's not on Blake Baker.
That's technique.
That's on the position coaches. How can
You
that be
gonna
on
make?
Blake
I
Baker?
got. See, I gotta watch the game a little bit closer now. Like you put me on to some game. Like you open my mind up. It ain't just about the defensive coordinator. He gonna take all the blame, but they don't go to position coaches though.
He said too soft on coverages and blitzes. Like I said, people don't remember when Manny Diaz in his last year, when we were doing all those blitzes, we were getting burnt deep every single game. It was 3 games in a row. We gave up 3 touchdowns on the first 3 drives. In Atlanta, and the game before that, and the game after that. And let's not even talk about Wisconsin 2 years back to back. They ain't talk about how our defense got destroyed.
Yeah, we
Remember,
did.
I mean, destroyed, but nobody remembers any of that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let somebody else get on, man. I ain't gonna hold up the time, man. But I enjoyed the little talk while it lasted, though, man.
He calls too conservative. I don't see what. Do you think he calls too conservative, Juice?
Blake
Like,
Baker.
yeah, I don't. We gonna. How time? I'm gonna give this as an oxymoron because you answered the question for me. You said the past 2 years we've been top in tackle for losses and in sacks, right?
Right.
How's that being too soft? If we're top and tackles for losses and sacks, how's that being too soft?
No, that's a good thing.
That's attacking.
Yeah, like most defenses don't attack like that.
Exactly. You know what we do? We attack with our front four instead of blitzing because
Exactly.
great defenses win with the front four, not blitzing all the time.
And
Like I said, go back and look at the Clemson game. When he blitzed, it killed Brett Venables.
yep. But even with the last game with the NC State, that last play with Corey Couch, like he came off the edge. The front line made, they made a distraction, and guess who ended up with the ball? The cornerback. Boom.
Yeah. You have to time your blitzes. You just can't blitz. Like calls too conservative. I mean, tackle for losses and sacks. And we got one of the best defensive line in the country when it comes to sacks.
Yep.
Trying to figure out what's so conservative about that. Like, I want to win with my front four. I don't want to win blitzing. I don't want to win blitzing. You can't win by blitzing. Hey, guess who? Guess who's the greatest blitzing defensive coordinator in history of football?
Mm. Pros and college.
History, yeah, greatest defensive coordinator ever calling blitzes in the history of football.
I'd say Rex Ryan.
Buddy Ryan, his daddy.
Yeah.
No Super Bowls
Mm.
because he blitzed too damn much, and it always cost him.
Yeah, you take
It
you.
always,
I mean, you putting a lot on the line when you blitz.
it always cost him. Always cost him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'll let somebody else get on it, man.
I appreciate that, Juice, man. I just appreciate you listening to me, man, and
Oh
finding
yeah.
a little different perspective, man. Because, like I said, I truly break these games down. I think sometimes people don't think that I truly watch the games and break the games down and understand football.
I
So
mean,
we're gonna do every coach all the way up until next week. Every position coach we're gonna do.
hey, I'm for it. I'm gonna be in there all
I
day.
I appreciate you, my brother. Much love, man.
All
Thanks for the
right,
support, bro.
I love, man. I'll be in the chat.
Oh, he did win in 85. You're right. He did win in 85. He did win in 85. My bad. He won in 85 with the Bears. I apologize. He won in 85 with the Bears. You're right. You guys right. I apologize. And that was actually the greatest defense of all time. But it wasn't. Tatiana, if you don't turn that radio off, I swear to you. Stop. I didn't turn that on. I just said I apologize for that. I just said I apologize for that. I was wrong. No, I my bad. Goodness gracious. I didn't say Rex. We were talking about Buddy, not Rex. And Rex Ryan did not blitz with. He didn't blitz. He didn't blitz. Rex Ryan didn't even blitz. He used Haloti Nada. He used Haloti Nada and Tony Saragusa and all those. And they just basically shut down. They didn't do a lot of blitzing. But you know what? You named me two teams in 2 years of football. That's my point for me. You named me two teams in 2 years of college and pro football. So it's very rare. It's very rare. Every defense gives up scores in 3 plays. Didn't Clemson do that last week? Didn't Clemson do that last week against Notre Dame at the end of the game? Didn't Clemson do that last week against Notre Dame? Right, with the best defensive coordinator in college football. Didn't he do that? I guess y'all will be ready to fire. I guess y'all will be ready to fire Brent Venables as well. Then, huh? It happens. It happens. Teams give up plays in one play. Anybody say anything about the kickoff return for a touchdown? We ain't talking about that, right? Thank you. Thank you, Calvin Dixon. Thank you. I mean, it's like people just want to find reasons to blame Blake. But what bugs me out is I've brought out everybody excuse on why they don't like Blake Baker. Because people don't turn around for the ball and they don't tackle. When that's not, they were called Blitzburg, and Troy Polamalu barely blitzed, and he got burnt in coverage, and they won one Super Bowl. And it wasn't because they were blitzing when they won the Super Bowl. It was because of Ben Roethlisberger in that offense. They didn't win because of Troy Polamalu in the defense. They won because of Ben Roethlisberger in that offense. That's why they won. They won because of Ben in that offense. They didn't win because of that defense. They didn't win because of that defense. Let's be honest. I appreciate that, my brother. I'm trying to actually give a great conversation. Like I say, and people, like I say, hey, that's why I'm doing other videos and things like that. That's why I'm expanding myself, because like I say, Hurricane fans want to be told that everything they say is God without even watching the game. Everything wants to be said is God without even watching the game. You know what I'm saying? How Hurricane fans want to be said everything is God without even watching the game. And I can't do that. I can't do that. What's going on, Scott? What's good, Scott? Here's the stream key in the chat, man. That's not what I said. I wish you would call in, Dale. Stop being so afraid to call in. I guess you too scared to call in and actually have a conversation. I guess you're too afraid to call in and actually have a real conversation, bro. Because I just broke this down for you and you still don't seem to get it. So I guess you just too afraid to call in and have a conversation. It's easier to talk in the keyboard. But no, he has no faults when it comes to missed tackles by linebackers. That's not his fault at all. No, it's not his fault when a cornerback does not turn his head. No, that's not his fault. You yourself, I got you. You yourself even talk about how the players don't turn around and how they're missing tackles. That's position coaching jobs. A defensive coordinator, would you like for me to give you the definition of a defensive coordinator? His job is to put you in the best position. That's his job to put, and he has put them in positions. Over the past 2 years, our defensive line has been the best it has been ever, and I ain't say ever in a long time, probably since Vince Wilfork days. I'm talking about call me now so I can educate you now. Whose job is it to teach them how to tackle? It is the position coach's job to teach them how to tackle. It is the position coach's job. I hope you got a shirt on. You got a shirt on because you know you white.
Yeah.
You white with a great shirt. I couldn't see.
Yeah, I got a shirt on, bro.
I had to get on two people. I had to get on two people by not having a shirt on. It is the position.
I got 3 daughters. I ain't doing that shit.
It is the position coach's job to teach them how to tackle. It is not the defensive coordinator job. I could tell you never coached football because I coached football, and it was my job to teach my job. It was my job to teach my defensive lineman how to swim, how to rip, how to hook, how to tuck, how to bull rush, and how to get their hands up. That was my job. It was not the defensive coordinator job. He was not there for me to do that. He was putting together a game plan. Most defensive coordinators aren't even on the field until it's a scrimmage. They're watching film and putting together game film. That's why they hire coordinators. That's whose job it is. That's whose job it is, Dale. I'm going to educate you on football since you need a football lesson. No, Baker doesn't coach linebackers. I don't think Baker coaches linebackers.
Nah, it's whoever. I don't remember that linebacker's coach name. No, I'm going to say my perspective. Blitzing is.
He said Pete does.
Yeah, whoever the hell the linebacker coach, he needs to get fired. Him and Mike Rump gotta go.
No, I've never seen Manny teaching players how to tackle. I've never seen Manny I seen Manny be a hype man like Flavor Flav. I've seen that. But hey, we got burnt way more when Manny was the defensive coordinator than when
Because man, he blitzed a lot.
we got that's what I'm saying. We got burnt way more. Our defensive line, I know he does not teach them how to tackle. He does not teach them how to tackle. Striker and linebacker, same fucking position, man. That's
Pretty
same
much.
position.
It's just one's a hybrid.
Exactly.
No, but blitzing was designed to help those teams like Florida who cannot fucking have a regular pass rush.
Exactly.
That's pretty much what that's designed for. But now
and Blake, my bad. If Blake Baker is a linebacker coach, and then I will get on him. I will get on him as a position coach of not
yep.
teaching those guys how to tackle. Oh, he will get that too.
Well,
But
whoever's coaching
can't.
these boys, that's probably our weakest spot on the defense is our linebacker.
So if he's not, actually, it's only one weak spot on the defense on linebackers. Only one.
Well,
And
Zach McLeod.
we already know who the weak spot on the linebacker is.
He can't cover to save his life. I don't know why they keep sending him out like that.
Linebackers aren't missing a lot of tackles, man. But McLeod, he's a. You know what bugs me out? Is they am I Scott? Tell me if I'm wrong or not. You always honest with me. You gonna tell me if I'm wrong or right? Answer. Are we not at least 85% of the time in position to make the play?
I wouldn't go that far. I would say maybe 65% of the time, because there's a lot of that I've watched that our linebackers, even our defensive line and our cornerbacks are out of position way too much.
Okay, now how can that be, right? When our defensive line when we lead the league for tackles for losses without blitzing, right? Just think about it. We lead the nation for tackle for losses without blitzing. I've seen an ass of broken tackles.
Oh yeah, there's arm tackling. As soon as they hit that secondary, it's
I haven't seen a lot of out of position.
And I'm gonna say this: our two safeties, Garvin Hall and Amari Carter, they need to wrap up and stop trying to hit stick.
Yeah,
because they're getting that's really bad. I don't like that shit when they do that.
Hey, I will give you that 100%, Dale. The favoritism that Manny plays is straight up bullshit.
Oh, it is. Oh, for sure.
There's no
reason Zach McLeod should be starting. I'm sorry. You're a fifth-year senior, and this is the production you've given. Like, we need to go back to the way the Canes used to be. Hey, if you ain't doing your job to show why you should start, you need to go. You're gonna be benched.
Exactly.
Have that Santana Moss and Reggie Wayne mentality. They ain't trying to lose. They because they know the next person behind them's better.
I'm trying to find something right now. Hold on. I'm trying to find something right now. I'm looking up something, man. That's why I say, I think that like I say, Miami Hurricane fans we're spoiled.
Oh yeah,
we're spoiled, but at the same time, what we don't do is right. What we don't do is we don't realize that it's more. It's more to just. It's more than just offensive defensive coordinator.
The biggest reason for people hating on Blake so much and liking Manning is because under Manning, yeah, we were. I'm not. You can't deny it because the stats are there and it shows. We were between a top 5 and a top 15 defense under him. But the thing that makes him so that people get wound up about is, yeah, we had more takeaways, but it's a lot of that is just flashy. We're just being flashy. We're not playing. But he did. So I know you said he wasn't teaching them kids how to rap. There's videos out there you can see him. He even said when he first came in here as defensive coordinator, the first thing that he do was
I'm saying what I'm saying is he did that for a couple of weeks. But what he did was you would see the highlight play. I went to a lot of those practices.
yeah.
You see a lot of those highlight plays, but to be honest with you, like it was hit stick back then. The only person that really wrapped up was Redwine. If you think about it, like he really wrapped up. Everybody else was on his stick, even Quan.
Yeah.
Even Quan. That's why we got beat so much. What I'm saying, I'm not saying that. And T2Y goes on at 7, so I'm be getting off at 7. I'm not saying that 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 Blake Baker's great. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that what we're doing is we're putting all of the fault on him.
But we also got to understand a lot of this talent that we have wasn't his guys. It was Manny Diaz's guys. A lot of the talent that's on there that's been recruited, besides last year's recruiting cycle, you know, other than that, the rest of the players are Manny Diaz. So we'll see when he gets his talent, you know, his recruits and then like James Williams, Leonard Taylor. Then
I still believe that we was 13 last year. If you look at this year, but it's not up to when you have a head coach, and we got 6 more minutes, so you might well stay on for the last 6. When you have
you good.
When we have a head coach that's a defensive coordinator like Manny Diaz is, believe me, Manny Diaz has a lot to do and say who's played. Even you think about it,
he's the
last year,
decision maker.
Even last year, what was the offensive coordinator name? Goodness gracious.
Oh God. Wow. I'm having a brain fart too.
He wanted to play Nikoski. He said it.
Mark Rick.
No,
you're talking about
Dan Enos.
Oh, I'm thinking Dan Enos. Yeah.
Dan Enos wanted to play Koski. He said it. He wanted to play Perry. But he said he doesn't get final say. I think that's another thing they got him fired. Help get him fired too. Besides the sorry ass fake calling, but he said he wanted to play Perry. Those words came out of his mouth. He said, "Who would you?" He said, "I like Perry. but I don't have final say. I can't stand those neither." But that lets you know right there, the head coach has final say in every single thing.
Yeah.
So you can't blame like when they were talking about why Westline didn't play last year, Russo, why he didn't start last year at the beginning of last year. Because Manny says he told somebody else they were going to start. The same thing.
Yep.
Why McLeod is starting right now. But we blame Blake Baker.
The only thing the only argument I could see somebody making to this is when you see a team do certain plays over and over again and you don't adjust to that, that's where I have a problem with him.
But my thing
he does make adjustments in game, but he doesn't do it all the time, and that's kind of frustrating.
But no coach does. Like I said, you look at right now, every team, every great defense right now, except for Clemson, really, every great defense right now is ranked about what we're ranked at, including Alabama, LSU. LSU gave up
the SEC got problems within themselves about defense, but the problem is a lot of it is the way this year has gone in general in football. If you look at the NFL, it's the same way. Defenses are not doing that good.
Yeah, and you can blame it to COVID. You can blame it to this. You can blame it to that. But
it's a lack of preparation time. We didn't have a spring ball. We you know what I'm saying? You can't meet up in the summer like like players would normally do.
And what they always say, the defense always has to catch up to the offense, man. It always has
Yep.
to catch up to the offense, man.
But now you're starting to see, Derek, as far as our offense goes, Derek King and the wide receivers clicking because they have that time to gel. They on the same page, and King's obviously worked on that deep ball.
He's obviously over the middle. He's worked on it too. I've seen that a lot. I think they put him on some stilts. They got on some stilts. I think they might have got on some stilts, man. Did you see my giveaway video?
Not yet.
I'm talking about doing before I get off. I got 2 minutes. I'm talking about doing a giveaway. Guess what the giveaway gonna be?
What?
It's not totally a giveaway. You have to buy
your chair. Your chair just got.
No, it's a $25 raffle, right?
Oh, okay.
And everybody, you seen the truck that I painted?
The what? I'm sorry.
Did you see the truck that I painted?
Mm-mm.
Well, go look at the truck. I'm gonna call you after the show.
All right.
Go look
let me call you because I got to give my son a bath.
All right, do me a favor. Go to the community and look at the truck that I painted. Okay. And I'm thinking about doing I'm thinking about giving away a car next year at the Alabama game.
Oh.
That's
gonna depend on your mood.
It's gonna depend on what everybody else does. If people like, share, and subscribe to the channel and start doing what they do, then it'll be done.
Yeah.
I already went looked at a Chevrolet. I want to do a Chevy Blazer Extreme.
The new or the old?
Nah, the 2000 model. I'm gonna paint it myself. I'm gonna have a friend of mine do the airbrush with the hurricanes. It's gonna be all black with airbrush hurricanes going down it. But it's up to people. It's not up to me.
That's gonna be nice.
Right, let me get off, man. T2Y going in a minute, man. Let me get off.
All right, brother.
Hey, I love you guys. I'm gonna do the same thing tomorrow. Talk about offense.
All right.
My bad. We're gonna talk about Brent Lashley tomorrow. Then we're gonna go back to defense and talk about the coordinators and everything. I mean the position coaches. Love you guys.
I'll hit you up when I get done with my son.
All right, man. All right. Hey, love you guys, man. Y'all guys go check T2Y out, man. Team Tahoe, whatever. I need you to give me a Tahoe. Y'all go check T2Y out. I'm out. It's 7:00. I'm out.